Good morning, guys. I have not talked to you guys in such a long time. Alright guys, I'm done. I did my hair. And then I'm gonna give you guys a little fit check. I'm wearing this like sweater and then Urban Outfitter jeans with this jacket. You see? Let's go. Because today's gonna be a rainy day too. Alright guys, I couldn't really show you my outfit like inside, but I hope the background is even better here. So this is my fit. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Alright, let's go. Hey guys, so I'm all ready for work. They didn't have any like small, so I took medium. There's no container for that one, so we have to wait. Hello guys, so I'm just gonna show you a little bit around the facility. So these are our autoclaves. These are not sterile yet, and they're waiting to be thrown in. Actually, these are sterile. My bad. These are sterile. I just had to look at the locks. So the locks change from black to blue, and then from purple to yellow for low temp sterilization. These are our washers. This is the cart or the rack where we put all the instruments in. This is where we put all the containers. And then our bulletin board is up there of all the cases. I can't really show you that. So this is all storage, but this is also where we put all the instruments that we might need, all like supplies, like extra stuff that we might encounter or need in the tray that might be missing. We can go and get them. There's just more storage here. There's about 4 areas that you will encounter: decontamination, assembly, sterilization, storage, and then case cart building. Case cart building is a great example of how we build case carts, and then we send them up. We also have peel packs. If you guys don't know what peel packs is, it's the ones in the little bags, trays. We have wraps right there, everything we might need. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'm excited for this new start. So I just assembled this one. We have the filters, you just put that on there, and then like I said, I'll take you to where we keep that. So these ones are for this one. I'll show you the lock for this one is different from the lock from this one. So this one only belongs to these ones right here, and then the little one belongs to all the green ones. So these little like polka dots go to the green ones, and then these big locks go to this one. So do you see how this can't go in there? And it basically just folds in like this, and it locks. And then this one basically folds in like this, and it locks. So I'll lock it right now. There you go. These are your labels of the tray, so techs and the OR nurses know which tray it is. And then we have these just to know who sterilized them, and you just basically put it on like this. These are to make sure the labels go on right, so you would take your label, you would put it on there like that, and then you would take your tape indicator. This is another form of sterility. The pink are for STERRAD, and then the indicator for these ones are these ones. So these two go together, and then this one goes with this one. Okay? And then you basically hook it onto there as well. This one, you just rip this one off. It says don't exceed 25 pounds, so that's the requirement here. You have to be able to lift at least 25. We'll weigh it in a minute. The weight measurements on here as well. This one, you hook it onto the other side. Remember to always add your lock, because without the lock, the tray, even though it already went into the autoclave or into the machines, it is not considered sterile. This machine right here, to weigh it, put that on there. It tells you right there the number, about 10 pounds. And you're just gonna put on here 10. And then right here, 1010. And so there you go. It should look like that. Now we take our tray and just put it on top. And then I'm off. And I just want to show you guys really quick that this is sterile processing, and these are the OR rooms. So that button, do you see how close we are to the OR rooms? Because we supply them with the instruments, we supply them with anything they might need for the case, and we have to work alongside with them. I love this. So before any case starts, you always want to do stop and make sure that this is the correct patient that's on the table. We're doing the correct procedure, they're on the right side, and all of that is called a timeout. So it is right here. Always, all activities must stop, and it's always on the board somewhere in the room. They will always say, and yeah, I love it. I love working as a sterile processing tech because I'm gonna be in here soon as an OR nurse, because that's what I'm currently studying at. I'm in Chamberlain University, so I'm excited for my clinicals. Remember, every OR is different, and every single time you see an OR, you will always see a surgical stink scrub. Every OR will look different, so this might be a bit bigger. Not really, I haven't really seen the OR, but every OR always also has a department of their own, which is called the sterile core. Inside the sterile core, you will normally see all the stuff that they might need. So bandages, specimen cups, anything like that, like the gowns for the surgeons, anything they might need necessarily for the case. Like you got sponges, you got all different types of pads, sponges, peanut sponges. So, and then you have your needles. And sometimes they bring these needles with the clamp to the sterile processing department, and that's a big no-no because we could get cut, we could get pricked. So, you know, sometimes even working along OR nurses and surgical techs can be a bit difficult. Come wrap the tray with me. So I already dried it, I already inspected it, I already cleaned this. So you have to clean the rope and then also inspect it to see if there's no cracks or anything on the rope, and I already did that. And if you see here, this says 270, 540, that's steam, these indicators. And then the count sheet said 2 big ones of these, so there, and then 3 little ones. This is how I give it to the OR, to the clinics. Wrap it in a tray liner. Out of courtesy for whoever's opening the tray, put one on top, you know? I already printed the label, so let's go get the wrap. All right, you guys, I got the wrap. So you want to lay it like a little triangle tray on top. I like to curve it in like this, honestly by preference, you know, you don't have to. I like to do it just because I like to give my trays really neatly to the OR. And so yeah. I've honestly learned a lot from traveling, and to be honest, I love it because it teaches me more stuff. Every single time I go to like a new assignment, I encounter like different strategies on how to do stuff, different ways, and I love it, to be honest. So like this, you put another one, and then you put another one across. Just make sure it doesn't touch. So you want to put it on the side, so just like this. It's not really touching. You put one on the other side, like that. And then for this facility, they actually want us to do one more step. These little red tags right here, and you just stick it on there like that. I'm gonna wait. So like I showed you guys before, the weighing machine, I'm gonna use the same thing. It's 1.9. So that's what you're gonna put on the white sticker. 1.9. 1.9, and there you go. So I have my tray ready. It's time for me to go home. The trash, I'm gonna pick it up. Everything is gonna go inside here. The alcohol, we're not really supposed to use it, but we use it here. Always remember to log out. You never want to leave your information open because it's dangerous. Great, so now we're gonna take this over there. So this is full behind me. So we're just gonna leave this here, right here in the desk, and whoever's sterilizing the trays will know to put it in the next load, and see you guys later. All right guys, I'm all ready. But yeah, so this is what I'm wearing. Yeah, go to my TikTok to see the full fit. Bye guys. Okay guys, so I'm currently returning my clothes, but it won't let me. Look. It just says the bin is full. What should I do? Contact my administrator? I have to take it home. Okay. Brie scrubs, I guess. Okay guys, so I just checked out, so let's go home. Today was an alright day. It wasn't like any other day because today was a holiday celebrated, but apparently the hospital doesn't celebrate that holiday. But things were still like slow today, so I'm happy about it. I was mostly in assembly, that's why I got to record some stuff. But yeah. Let's go home. Hi guys, so I wanted to come on here and just mention a little bit of my job description. I'm not gonna use big words or my terms. I'm gonna use like washing, assembling, putting it into the machines for it to cook, or basically sterilize, and then putting it away. I'm a sterile processing tech. I'm a nursing student as well, doing sterile processing tech to pay for nursing school. So I want to encourage all sterile processing techs that after your 2-year mark to start traveling, just because it's a wonderful experience to have. It's a wonderful experience for you to have, as well as you get paid more. You get paid a $1,000 to $2,000 per week, depending on the state you go and the contract you get. How much more, the more experience you have, the higher the pay in all states. So sterile processing, you will basically be washing instruments that come from the OR room that are used on patients. We are very like the underdogs, but we do a lot of the hard work and behind the scenes. As a sterile processing tech, you will see respect between the OR room and you, just because of where you are located, or you know, what you do. Any type of health care, I feel like no one should be superior to anyone or think they are. So I don't know why that happens, but it happens frequently everywhere. Another thing I wanted to mention is the pay. The pay varies depending on your state. I'm in Virginia. I'm from the DMV, so my pay ranges between 20 to 24 starting, and then once you get more experience, you can get paid up to like 30. Other states, I would say, depend on the cost of living. I just took an assignment there, and I really wanted to stay as a permanent, but the cost of living wasn't really going to work out for me in LA. Whether you're any tech or pharmacist, start traveling. You get paid more, you get to see more skills, your knowledge expands in your field, as well as you have the perks to meet new people, and just make better connections. That way in the future, if you ever want to go back to that specific hospital, they will absolutely let you work there. So yes, I took an assignment recently. I was gonna so I couldn't really film as much in my previous work just because they saw me filming, but they just kind of reprimanded me and told me, hey, like, don't do that here. I'm sorry, but you can't really do that here. And yeah, I really got scared, so I didn't want to lose the job, so I just didn't film at all. Nothing, not even how my day was at work, because I mean, it's kind of boring, just me studying, because I'm in nursing school, and it's an accelerated nursing program that I'm in. You guys probably might know it. It's called Chamberlain University, so it's like new assignments every week. My fear of getting like kicked out or anything like that, or losing the job, the assignment, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stay put. So I did leave 2 weeks prior to the actual assignment end date, just because I wanted to get settled back into VA, because I have a new local job. And so yeah, I'm not really sure where to guide you guys to if you guys want to start sterile processing, just because, like I said, I started sterile processing in high school, and that's my starting point. But I think I have Googled it for some people in my TikToks. I found out that sterile processing, you can either start it at community college. I know that's an option. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys tomorrow.